I am going to finally reveal to you what motor I'm putting on in here. I've been considering putting a Coyote in it. If I get to 10,000 subscribers and this video itself gets 2,000 likes. Hello and welcome to Gearhead 704. I'm Matt, and in case you're new to the channel, what we are talking about today is the engine going in my FoxBody right here. This is my baby. This is my baby. That's what it is. It's an 89 GT convertible, although it doesn't look like it. You know, it looks more like a 93 Cobra clone, custom paint. And it needs a new engine. So if you haven't been watching the videos recently, what's been going on is the last 3 videos you saw, the last 3 uploads, I actually made in one day, the same day. And I was at my friend Pony 1992's house. Hey. That's all you need for daily.
Rolling number 5.
Mexico, I like to go to Mexico.
And while we were there, I was saying if we were able to get him to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, then I was gonna go ahead and let you guys know what I'm gonna do with the engine in the car here. So we did make that goal. Thank you guys so much for all of you that did support Pony and subscribe to him. I was so excited when I heard about that. And I think that's just awesome because like I said, he's put in a lot of work and I'm just very happy to see that. So he did make it to 1,000 subscribers. And the reason why I made all of those 3 videos in one day is I've actually been out of the country. I took the family on a little vacation. I have 4 kids, for those of you that don't know, and my wife and I, we took all the kids on a cruise. They'd never been on a cruise before, and I'd only been on 1 cruise ever before, so we went to the Bahamas. It is Christmas time, December here, so it was nice to get out of the country into a warm area, and we had a blast. In fact, one of the things I did was go down this really cool water slide on the ship, and I just got a neat clip of that, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in here real quick. Go ahead. But yeah, so it was a blast. We had a lot of fun. But I am going to finally reveal to you what motor I'm putting on in here and why we're staring. Let me pop the hood real quick. By the way, the car is pretty dirty, but at least it's in the garage, you know, at least it's in the garage. So I do need to clean it. All right, voila, there we are. And so the motor is actually really clean right now. But this is the motor that's in it right now. And I think it needs a different motor, or at least something needs to be done to this motor. And why do I think that? You know, let me give you guys the background really quick on this. So this engine, in case you don't know, this is not the original engine. This is actually a DSS short block. And this engine was put in it the first time in like 2012. I've had the car since 2004 for those of you guys that don't know. And in 2012, got this DSS 302, actually it's a 331 short block, and it had, you know, different heads, cam and intake, and it went pretty well. That was put in by a different shop than me. I wasn't very mechanically inclined. I'm still not, but I'm learning. So anyway, that shop put the 331 in, and I drove it that way for about 6 years, and honestly, it never really ran completely right. It had lots of little problems. The big problem I did have is I had to constantly put coolant and oil in it. And you know, eventually I figured out, I took it to another shop because that original shop went out of business. And by the way, I've got a whole video on how you shouldn't do this. So for anybody that doesn't know, I don't recommend, you know, going to shop. But anyway, I took it to another shop because the original shop went out of business. And at this shop, they said, hey, you got a vibration, the bearings are warped because you've had all that coolant down in the engine and it's worn out the bearings. So it was rebuilt. And since the rebuild, it was rebuilt in 2018. And since the rebuild, you know, I've had maybe 6,000 miles on it now. And kind of the same issues have come back up. I'm still putting oil in it. I'm still losing a ton of coolant. I have no leaks. And in fact, I did a video recently where you can just see smoke pouring out of the car. You can see smoke's just pouring out of the car. It probably needs to be re-ringed. I don't know. I'm gonna find out. I am gonna find out exactly what's wrong with this motor. And so anyway, I'm at this point where I probably need to rebuild this again. And by the way, what has changed during that time is I am actually doing most of the work on the car myself now. I am certainly getting a lot of help from different people, people that I've met in the YouTube community. Also, mainly Matt from Fox Mustang Restoration. He's been helping me out. And so we've started to make some progress. I've actually got two Fox bodies, in case you don't know. This one over here, normally it's gone right now, but there was an SSP car here that is also having a build done to it. And so I've got two projects going right now because I was hoping this was done, but with the coolant leaking and the oil leaking and everything else, something has to be done about this motor. And so that's how we kind of got to this point. Now, when I tear this down, maybe it's a head gasket, although I don't know why it would have happened with both motors. You know, I think something was wrong with the heads, and the heads were not redone, by the way. During the rebuild, I did not get the heads taken care of when it was last rebuilt. I should have had that done, but I didn't. You know, I thought the heads were fine. I only had 8,000 miles on them. Anyway, that's why I think I need to rebuild it. And so, what I've been building up to, and I've asked you guys to subscribe to Pony 1992 for, is I wanted to go ahead and make a decision because I've seriously been considering putting a Coyote in it. I really have, because the rest of the car is so nice. You know, it's had this new paint job. It has all this work done to it. At this point, there's over $65,000 in the car, and I've got a whole video on that. If you haven't seen it, at the time it was only $50,000. And I mean, that's everything. Every time I've changed the oil, anything, any money I've ever spent on this car, I've kept every receipt for the last 15, almost 16 years. And you've heard, you know, multiple motors and that kind of thing. So, but there's a lot of money in this car, and a Coyote, you know, would kind of make a lot of sense. And I did think about it, but I gave you guys the opportunity to tell me what you wanted to see, because I did want to get your opinion. So let's actually check that real quick. I put up a community post on the channel, and I asked you guys, what do you think? And there was 3 choices on there. Let's take a look at that. Here we go. I said, which would you want to see the most in TarheelFox? 302 base pushrod, 351 at 39%, or Coyote swap, 33%. And that's pretty good. I got 218 votes. That's quite a lot of votes. Out of this, you know, only 36 likes, but that's fine. Got a lot of votes there, and really the one that did win out was the 351, but they're all pretty close. 302 pushrod being the least. Which one am I going with? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys that Coyote is out. The Coyote is out, and I am going back pushrod in this car, and I'm actually gonna go back 331 pushrod, so 302 base, not 351. Why? A couple reasons. One reason is the hood. So if I go with a 351, I have to do one of 2 things. I either have to get like a cow hood, and I just love the clean look of the stock hood, which does have a little bit of bump, right? It's not completely flat, there's a little bit of bump there. But I do want the stock hood. Now you can do a 351, still with the stock hood, but you gotta have drop motor mounts. And if I do that, the car's already lowered, guys. Motor mounts will sitting even lower. That could be problematic. And I've never personally liked the cowl hoods, at least not for my cars. So that is the reason why we're not going 351. There's another reason too, that's one. The other reason is that I think my stroker kit is still gonna be good. My guess is that only the bearings are probably warped again and bad. I might have to do new rings and stuff. But yeah, everything else should be okay. All my parts should be good. And I think the 331 is gonna be the cheapest to do it. But if you do want to see me do a 351, here's the deal. I will do a 351 if I get to 10,000 subscribers and this video itself gets 2,000 likes. If both of those things happen by, when am I filming this right now? I think December 21st. If both of those things happen by January 21st, so a month from now, 10,000 subscribers and 2,000 likes on this video, I will go ahead and do a 351. Both things have to happen. I am 100% sure they're probably not gonna happen, but if they do, I'll do that. I'll go ahead and figure out hood or drop motor mount, but I don't think either one is gonna happen, so I'm not really worried about that. The main reason I'm doing it is to save money. Now the Coyote, I did want a Coyote, but I wanted to pushrod a little more, and it was also for the sound. I wanted that old school muscle sound, the pushrod sound, the deep sound in this car. And a lot of other things need to be done to this car if I'm gonna go Coyote that really aren't necessarily needed if I go 331. I kind of have everything I already need. I think it is gonna be a little cheaper for me to personally do it, and I also wanna do the work myself. And with a Coyote, I don't think I can really, I could do it, but it's gonna take a lot longer. The people I've helping me haven't done a ton of Coyote stuff, except for Pony 1992 has done a swap, and he said he could help, but he's about an hour and a half actually away. So that's probably not gonna work out. So that's why I'm going back with 331, but it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm not just going back with just straight, same 331, same head cam intake. I am gonna try to build the most naturally aspirated horsepower in a 331 you can get. We're gonna go custom grind cam. We're gonna go probably trick flow R heads, okay? Either that or the AFR 185s, and look at either one. And a big intake, a big throttle body, you know, probably a trick flow intake or a Holley System Max 2, 90mm throttle body, big ejectors. We're gonna go big. Gonna see if I can actually get 400 wheel horsepower naturally aspirated from basically a 302 small block. That is the idea. We are going big on this Pushrod, and I'm pretty excited because I do love that sound, that classic sound, and it'll just be fun to go NA the whole way. Also, I may put boost on it later on, I don't know, but you know, I'm gonna build it so we could put boost on it if we wanted to. So maybe a little bit lower compression, which is probably gonna hurt my horsepower numbers for NA, so maybe I won't reach 400, but that is the goal. So these heads are coming off, the intake is coming off, and actually the intake I'm gonna be able to use on the SSP. The SSP actually has a stock intake. I do have a Typhoon intake as well I could put on it, but I'm probably gonna go ahead and just put this GT40 on it. SSP also has to be converted to to mass air. It's already on speed density. But that's it. That is the big reveal. That is what's gonna happen, and I'm pretty excited about it. I do want to go ahead and give you guys just a couple of updates. So I've been uploading 2 videos a week every Sunday and Wednesday for over a year now, coming up on 18 months, I think. That started last September. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to continue to meet that going forward, just so you guys know. It's a lot of work to be able to do 2 videos a week. It's kind of a slow time of year, and I don't know if I'll be able to keep that up. So you may start to see no longer 2 videos a week for a little while. I hope not. I'm gonna try my best, but at the same time, I'm not getting a ton of work done. I mean, the last thing I did to the SSP was I did have it sent over to Fox Mustang Restoration. And I put a little clip of that on Instagram if you haven't seen that, and that'll probably be in my next video. So it's over there, but I really haven't done anything other than put the rear end in it. It needs a lot of work. This car is gonna need a whole lot of work. All the engine has to come out again, figure out what's going on with that. And so I'm just, you know, I don't wanna keep making filler videos. I feel like I've already done a lot of those, and I know you guys wanna see progress on the car, and I wanna see progress on the car. And so I'm gonna just probably not be able to keep up with 2, but I will try. The only other thing I want to talk about is the Chocolate Fox show coming in May, and that's actually going to be in Pennsylvania. It's put on by the same people that do Foxtoberfest, Fox Mustang Restoration, and it's going to be a Foxtoberfest up in PA. And so it's going to be kind of your normal Foxtoberfest show for people up in that area. It's going to be pretty cool, and I do want to go there, and I want to bring one of the cars, and I don't think it's going to be TarheelFox. I don't think it is. I don't think I'm going to be done with this motor yet. Instead, what I'd like to do is I would like to take the SSP up there. I think the SSP is pretty close to at least the drivetrain being good. Now it needs paint, it needs interior, but it would be pretty cool to be able to drive that thing from North Carolina, where I'm at, up to Pennsylvania, Hershey, Pennsylvania, and go ahead and bring it to the show. So I'm gonna be trying to do that. The show is in May. My goal is to work really hard on the SSP and make it safe to drive up there and safe to drive back, and let you guys see the car if you happen to be in the area and see it mid-progress. So that's the goal. So TarheelFox is actually, and that's, by the way, in case you don't know if that's what I call this car, you know, maybe there's some new people watching, I don't know. But yeah, TarheelFox is not gonna be going there, and the SSP is. There is an Instagram for that, Chocolate Fox, so if you're not already following that, I will put that up on the screen, and you will see that Instagram, and you can follow that, find out all about the event. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to that. So that's basically it. I did choose to go with 331 Pushrod, again, mainly for money savings, and I'll be able to do all of it on the channel. And maybe one day we'll go Coyote, maybe one day we'll go 351 Windsor, or, you know, if you guys get me to 10,000 subscribers. Like I said, I don't think that's gonna happen. That takes a lot for that to happen, and which is fine. I'm really enjoying you know, what we have going on here. But yeah, that is the deal. Oh, and that's right, the last thing. I was thinking about doing just a highlights of 2019, just kind of some of the best things that happened with the car. Wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that. What do you think about maybe doing sort of a highlight video of things that happened in 2019 on the channel, maybe top 5, top 10 moments. If that's something you'd like to see or not, please let me know down in the comments below. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Just a quick update. And I did want to reveal to you what is going to happen for TarheelFox, where we are headed. And I'm pretty excited about it. I want to see this car back on the road again one day. So 2 Fox bodies, working on them both, and going to bring you all that content. And of course, the full rebuild of the engine and everything I'm doing that will be right here on the channel, guys. So anyway, I hope you guys are having happy holidays. I do plan on having a video up on Christmas Day, the 25th, which is Wednesday, I believe. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. And so look for that. You know, maybe you'll see it, maybe you won't, maybe watch after Christmas, who knows. But otherwise, if I don't talk to you guys before then, I hope you have a great Christmas and awesome holiday season. And if you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button. If you're stopping in for the first time, I'd love if you would subscribe, because I do upload 2 times a week, every Sunday and Wednesday, even though I said that may not happen going forward. We'll see. And we'll see you next time with Gearhead 704.